This video is specifically for people who sell on Amazon who are up against a brick wall of other competitors on the first page especially. If you have competitors who are just on the first page with the lowest possible price, we don't even know how these guys are making money, tens of thousands of reviews, perfect listings, and you're wondering, okay, well, how do I get a piece of this market? This seems impossible, right? We've all been there. I'm going to show you a framework that is useful for just forgetting about the brick wall entirely. It's not smart to hit our heads against this brick wall over and over again and try to compete, right? And so it's a different way to think about it. I hope this perspective shift helps with your next product launch, or if you're against a ton of competitors in a market that you're already in, thinking about repositioning the product or launching a new listing and trying a different entryway. Okay. If we haven't met, my name's Patrick. I work at Asteroid X. We spend about $12 million a year on Amazon ads. That's all we do. Specific, I know. And I'm sharing these insights with you from that process for free and for fun. I really just like doing this, so let's get into it. I was reading a book recently called Expert Secrets. There it is. It's by Russell Brunson. He's one of the co-founders of ClickFunnels. No affiliation to me, just a nice piece of work, and I wanted to highlight it. And there's a framework in the book that I want to give to you, adapted to the Amazon FBA context, because that's kind of what we gather here to discuss. So the framework is really simple, and it goes like this. For any product or service that you sell, you are meeting one of three major markets, one of three deep-seated human needs, you might call it, right? Health, wealth, and relationships. That's it. Any product or service, at the end of the day, is built to satisfy one of those things. I really like frameworks that simplify things down and distill things, and this is one of those times. Right? So take, for example, health on Amazon. There's so many ways to help people with their health on Amazon. You could sell them exercise equipment. You could sell them an accountability guide. You could sell them protein powder. You could sell them a daily multivitamin, right? But if you just sold a daily multivitamin to somebody on Amazon, that's still really saturated. All you have to do is Amazon search daily multivitamin and you'll see that brick wall again, right? Dozens of competitors with thousands of reviews and just perfect listings, right? How do we get around this? The trick is to go one layer deeper. So the overall market is health. The niche is daily multivitamins, but the sub-niche is what you have to create. You have to create a sub-niche, and then you have to be the category king of that sub-niche. So I was in preparation for this, I was looking around, and I said, well, imagine if you sold notebooks, right? It's probably under the wealth market, right? Notebooks to help people make more money. Right? Just be productive, be more of themselves, get more out of their day, right? But if you just sold notebooks, super saturated. That's still too general of a niche. But if you sold notebooks for entrepreneurs, now you have something, because that's not a commodity. It is well within your power to design a notebook that is optimized for the entrepreneur. You can charge higher prices for what is essentially a notebook so that your margins are better. And with better margins comes more headspace, more room to spend on cost of acquisition. So you can your ACOS can be higher, and you can afford to pay more to acquire a customer, right? And you can build a brand around that. It's hard to build a brand around a generic notebook offering, but really easy to build a brand around notebooks for entrepreneurs, because that's really more of a personal identity. So that's the hack, basically, is to just niche down, and you could go even 4 layers, right? Notebooks for entrepreneurs that work remotely, for example, right? The more niche you get, the smaller the market, but the more you can charge, because your solution is absolutely optimized for what is presumably a pain point that this particular type of person has, right? So don't be afraid to niche down. And you may be wondering, okay, well, if I can't sell a really commoditized offering, how do I ever get the volume that the other notebooks would have? For example, if I'm selling a notebook for entrepreneurs who work remotely, doesn't that cut my market? And yes, it does, but you can charge more. So your actual profit dollars you make may in fact be the same or greater. And that's not to say that you can't launch a sibling product lineup that's for women who are pregnant to track their journey to maternity. That is, but I'm just saying, go niche by niche instead of try to take on a large market all at once. If you do that, just be aware that you risk having this race to the bottom, and you risk being a commodity. Right? So I quite like the framework. It's quite interesting. Hope it's helped somewhat. And if you need more insight on your Amazon store, or you just like a second pair of eyes to look over stuff, that's just what we do all day. All right, so I'll leave a link below to book a chat with my team, and we can look at your Amazon store, tell you the things that you're doing great, tell you the things that, based on hundreds of accounts that we've seen, might be improved and you can make more money off of. It's all good. So I'll leave that link below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot, and talk to you soon.